We're gonna get right into it. So Wack100 tried to bail out Keefy D. Keefy D played a big role in Tupac's murder, September 7th, 1996. He's been locked up since last year, September 2023. And as of recently, I think as of yesterday, he was trying to bail out Keefy D, someone that played a big role in Tupac's murder. And it's like, how you going to try to bail out someone that played a huge role in Tupac's murder? Out of all the people you could bail out, you tried to bail out Keefy D, and it's just like, it's just screwed up, you know what I mean? But it's very entertaining to see, once again, Wack goes over and beyond in the things he does and says. For him trying to bail out Keefy D is just ferocious, nasty work at this point. But regardless if he's black or not, I feel like he's a colonizer as well. Just because you're not white or you're not another race or nationality, doesn't mean you're not a colonizer. You know what I mean? It was plenty of people that was part of the Black Panther movement that was an informant that was trying to, get those dudes up out of there. And with a lot of informants and a lot of people infiltrating, look what happened in the long run. Wack is somebody that been around in the industry for a while, but it's like, what does he do? What does he really do? You know what I'm saying? Are you managing people, or are you more in tune with the buffoonery, the fuckery? You know what I mean? It's like, how are you trying to do all of these things? How are you a manager and you're mainly on, Clubhouse and No Jumper, and you talking gang politics and street politics and stuff like that, and who got paperwork on who, and who, who's telling and who's in the street. You know what I mean? It's like you're perpetuating a lot of unnecessary stuff, but you claim to be an OG, you claim to be, a real Paru. And it's like, how you standing on that when the stuff that you do, you know what I mean, the things that you say is all bull. Like, how are you saying you really trying to help people, and how, when you're trying to bail out a guy that played a huge role in a murder case that took place, you know what I mean, and that took one of our legends away, someone that was really for the people. I look at Pop at that time like, our Malcolm X of that generation. As you can see, you know what I'm saying, Pac is on the back, in the background, you know what I mean? But it's just crazy to me that you try to bail out someone that really, to me, really is a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? To be perfectly honest with you. You know what I mean? You try to really get this guy out, all for what? You know what I mean? For it, to me, I think was his own personal gain that he tried to bail out Keefy D. And it's just crazy to see that, you really try to get this guy out of prison. You know what I mean? it's just real fucked up. You know what I mean? I think he have his times and his moments where it's like, okay, I guess he's cool for this week or he's all right. But for the most part, he does a lot of bull to every time, you know, every time you look up, it's just more and more and more um, dirty work with Wack 100. You know what I'm saying? Like, how are you even surviving in the industry? You know what I'm saying? Who is behind you, other than the artists you say you have? You know what I mean? Who is really pushing? Who do you have behind you that's pushing, that's, letting you do what you want to do? You know what I mean? We see how Adam 22 goes about things, you know what I mean? And I see why they mash so perfectly together, because it's all dirty work. I even feel like Adam, like I said before, like he's one of those people that just in the industry, that's in the space, that perpetuates a lot of unnecessary bull, whether it be street politics, gang politics. No Jumper is definitely not a music platform. No Jumper is a platform that, I feel like get a lot of people, locked up at the end of the day. Because a lot of dudes that go on or be on No Jumper, I guarantee you, at least 75, 80% of the people that goes on No Jumper, not media trained, never been through any coaching, rarely have, really probably don't have real OGs around them to, to let them know and put them on game about certain things. Because you have seen time and time again, the people that goes on No Jumper, speak on certain things that could possibly, get them indicted on certain things, or get them put attention on them that they wouldn't want, far as the questions that Adam likes to ask. But far as Wack 100, I don't believe he managed anybody enough to, to really be a manager, quote unquote. Because how you're a manager and you, like, even when he was in court, and they was asking him certain questions, it's like, and he said, oh, I don't do TV, I'm into music. Like, are you really into music? Are you really, 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 really into music? Because Blueface, The Game, Ray J, True Car, maybe a few others. It's like, are you really managing them, or are you really a manager, or you just a dude that like the clout chase and talk about a lot of bullshit that really doesn't matter? Like I was saying, I feel like he's a black, because he is black, culture vulture. You know what I mean? Because look who you running with. The the apple don't fall too far from the tree. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just crazy to really hear that out of all people. You know what I'm saying? You know how many people could have got Keefy D or try to get Keefy D out of prison, and you just had to be the one to do it. But I understand it, because Wack is known for doing a lot of bullshit at the end of the day, or saying a lot of bullshit at the end of the day, for whatever reason. And it's like, nigga, how is you really a manager, as you say you are, and you doing this, and you doing a lot of bull? Like, you supposed to be an OG of the West Coast, you know what I mean? Been around, being fortunate, being around a lot of great people, you know, as far as the game and people like Ray J and probably others, you know what I'm saying, he was around Suge and stuff like that. And it's crazy to see you get to this far to try to bail out someone that played a big, huge role in Pac's murder case. That shit is crazy to me. Like, how do you even live with yourself knowing that this guy played a part in Pac's murder case? You know, that's real crazy to me. It's just, that shit really doesn't make any sense to me. Like, if Afeni was still living, if Pac mom was still living, you know, I'm quite sure she most definitely had something to say about it. You know, I wonder what Mo Preem, Pac's brother, half brother, feel about it, and his sister. You know, he still has family members and still has you know, siblings that's around, that's, you know what I mean, that's still living, that would look at this or would look at that and see that what type of time you on. You know what I mean? I think it's just all fucked up. You know what I mean? You know, like, did you even think about what his sister might feel about that, of you trying to bail this guy out? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just all crazy to me. That you would go that far to bail out someone like that. You know, out of all the people, what about all the people that's wrongly accused for stuff that's sitting in prison right now? Why not try to help single mothers, you know, other than being on Clubhouse and talk about a lot of nonsense or try to get out. But it's people like him that push the agenda and try to make it seem okay or try to make it seem cool to get someone like that out of prison. I think it's crazy. I think it's real crazy for something like that, you know, to go on. It just doesn't make any sense to me. You know what I'm saying? It just really doesn't make any sense to me. But you gotta look who he aligned himself with. You know what I'm saying? A person like Adam 22. You know, Adam is a person that, you know, I feel like infiltrates the whole rap, I won't say rap community, but the whole, you know, black culture. You know what I'm saying? By the stuff he says and the stuff he does. You know, it really had me lost for words at the end of the day. You know what I mean? But he really should be ashamed of himself. And I feel like he's gonna catch a lot of backlash for it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if Mo Preem, shout out to Mo Preem, as Tupac stepbrother, half brother, was on the Thug Life album, was with him through the early part of his death row days, even though that was real short lived. But I wonder what Mo Preem thinks and his sister feel about that, you know. But for him to do something like that, I think it's just a fucked up situation, you know what I mean, for him to do that, you know. And, you know, you're definitely a manager. You're not a manager. You're what, you know, he's definitely what Kendrick was talking about, how Drake is. You know, you're a colonizer. You know what I mean? You really are a colonizer at the end of the day. It's just real fucked up. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate that. Yeah, but real shit, like, you try to build out a dude was that played a huge part in pop murder case. Like you know what I mean? Like how can you even live with yourself? How can you even look at yourself in the mirror? You know what I mean? And like I said, all for what? For content? You know what I'm saying? For, you know, like only thing I can really see for content, trying to get, you know, more leverage in what he's trying to do, but not thinking about, you know, the family, not thinking about how his sister may feel about that, and Mopreme for that matter. You know what I mean? And he has other, I'm quite sure and he does, as a matter of fact, he still have uncles and cousins that love him dearly, you know, wish he was still here. And you really take it upon yourself to go do something like that. Yeah, oh yeah, most definitely. Content is a drug. You're definitely right. You know what I'm saying? Content is. And for him, you know, for somebody like Wack100, it's a huge drug, as we see time and time and time again. Look at No Jumper. No Jumper is not a hip hop platform. It's not. It's worse. It's worse served than TMZ and any other media outlet combined. You know what I mean? So it's just like the things that goes on at No Jumper is it's just all bullshit at the end of the day. It's just all bullshit. You know what I mean? None of his hip hop, none of his music, none of it. That's why you have certain individuals, certain rappers that don't even want to be even a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Because as we can see, time and time and time again, the things that goes on at No Jumper. No Jumper is just one of those. It's like TMZ times 1,000. You know what I mean? Like none of it has to do with any music, any real substance, any real dialogue. It's all about, you know, numbers and clout. The only one I feel like is not like that as at No Jumper is, or still affiliated with No Jumper, is Bricc Baby. Even though Bricc Baby let Adam, you know, sex play him down and, you know, say a lot of wild stuff. And, you know, Bricc Baby says a lot of wild shit himself. And Sharp, you know what I mean? Sharp is, I feel like, you know, he's a part of it, but he's like his own entity. You know what I mean? But for everybody else, it's all about numbers and views. And shout out to my nigga, Gangland Ning. He was saying, I think it was earlier, he was saying that Flacco, part of another one, that all he cares about is views. Because now, as you see, as time goes on, you know, that's all what Flacco talk about, numbers and views, numbers and views. So now you got to put your mind, like you gotta put your mind into like, okay, the stuff y'all doing on this platform is for numbers and views, because the first thing anything comes up, that's what they go to, numbers and views, numbers and views. When Adam, you know, throughout the months, they had smoke or tension with Back on Fig, and shout out to Back on Fig. I love what they're doing over there. The first thing he brung up or will bring up is, oh, well, we doing this many views and this many numbers, and Back on Fig has this and that. So as you can see, everything with everybody over there is about numbers and views. I think, like I was saying in my last live, if they all took a stance, say like, let's just say Sharp, Bricc, and Flacco, if they was all take a stand against, if they was to switch up and flip the whole script on Adam wouldn't be nothing without them, honestly. You know what I mean? And you could clearly see he don't give a damn about nobody. You know what I'm saying? Adam don't give a fuck about anybody. You know what I mean? Only Adam only cares about Adam and what he could gain from everything, or from somebody. He don't care about nobody feelings, no nothing. You know what I mean? Because a number game for him. Everything's everything is about um, everything is just about getting to the next level. Far as I don't care what I have to talk about or what I have to do and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? For God's sakes, the man does porn. He let his wife get banged out by black dudes. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy and funny within itself. You know what I mean? And that man will let his wife get banged out on camera, on film, by multiple dudes. So everybody that's up there um, is just, you know, I don't even know what to say. It's just fucked up, that Adam even allow something like that. But far as Wack, even with the whole DW Flame situation, um, DW Flame came up there through Wack. You know what I'm saying? I think that was even a play because you see how everything played out. Everything was a play. You know what I mean? Because how can I seen it coming because I thought to myself that you know what I'm saying? I thought to myself like, hold on, DW Flame is from Long Beach, Bricc Baby is from where he from Rolling 60s. Those two sections don't even get even along with each other. And I really feel in my heart to heart, honestly, I feel like even when DW said the N word, you know what I mean, to Bricc when he was asking for the cigarette, I feel like he purposely said that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he purposely said that just to see if Bricc was gonna say anything back. Because you even see the episode of the Crash Out, it was a certain look that DW had on his face when he was looking at Bricc. Almost kind of like waiting for him to say something or waiting for him to jump stupid. But I felt like that was a whole play. You know what I mean? I just feel like that was just all, what is the word? I feel like that was just all orchestrated through Wack 100 because he's a mastermind manipulator. That maybe that's a better terminology for it. He's a mastermind manipulator, and that's what he does. And like I said, we have seen this time and time and time and time again. But and I was once a fan of No Jumper. I really was early on. Um, I remember my nephew put me on to No Jumper back in maybe 20, 2015, something like that. But this was early on No Jumper when I can remember when Adam was going live and doing premieres out of the small little office room and um, and he was asking certain real hip hop questions. As I stated before in some of my shorts, I feel like someone either got up in his ear and told him like, oh well, if you do it this way or you talk about these particular certain things, then your numbers will go through the roof because everybody is chasing a number. No one is really I won't say being genuine, but everything nowadays is about numbers and how many views, and no matter if it's Instagram or hell Facebook or YouTube, whatever the case may be, everything is about numbers and how many, and it's all about the clout. It's nothing. It's no more. Well, I'm not gonna say it's no more music platforms because I like what Bootleg Kev does. I like what several people does, but far as No Jumper, far as it being the biggest, one of the biggest platforms and one of the biggest platforms on the West Coast, it's definitely not music driven at all. I can't wait to, you know, someone like Terrell and back on Fig get to those, uh, um, get to where No Jumper is, because I feel like they truly deserve it. Um, Way more music based. It might be certain times where they might, ask a question, but a lot of the questions they might ask outside of music might be already public information versus what Adam asks. A lot of stuff he might ask might not even be in the public eye. It might not be on no blogs, nobody's Instagram page, no nothing. And it's like certain things is not cool to ask. But I also feel like with certain artists that go on No Jumper, they should already kind of know of what not to respond to. But it's all about being media trained. It's all about, you know, um, it's all about being media trained, and it's all about, you know, just being real within your line of questioning and not asking about certain street politics. And I'm really shocked that he's able to that No Jumper or Adam for this matter has lasted this long. But I feel like a lot of people should know better after he did what he did to AD and Terrell and the rest of those dudes, and how he just, as you could clearly see, it's all about him. So, yeah, he was very disrespectful, very disrespectful. He's a culture vulture, and it's you know what, Megan, it's so crazy because I don't know if you know or y'all know or whatever. Um, Dame Dash, shout out to Dame Dash. Dame was trying to do like a podcast or some sort with Adam. And this was back in maybe 2017, 18, somewhere around like up in there. Um, and he called him out. He called him out. He called Adam out. And that was very short lived. But what it really was, Dane was just smart enough and intelligent enough to see through the bullshit and the bull mess um, that Adam was offering. He called him out, I think, on a live stream. Because they was going live from somewhere, I forgot where it was at, but he basically called him out on it. You know what I'm saying? And after that, he hasn't been cool with Adam, hasn't been to No Jumper, and none of that. And Dame is one of the people that saw right through Adam, that seen right through all the nonsense and all the fuckery that he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Um, but every dog has his day. You know what I'm saying? Every dog has his day. You know, it 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 will come a point in time to where, he is no longer, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? He's not gonna be around, you know what I mean? He remind me of like, like a Leor Cohen. I done heard people throughout the years speak on Leor Cohen and how, and Dane said stuff about him. How Leor was and a lot of the stuff he would do, back when Rockefeller was, was one of those thriving labels, and everybody know what Rockefeller is, and you know what I mean. But they ain't called out Leroy Cohen before. It's a lot of, um, I would say I think it's a whole bunch of, you know, a whole bunch of culture vultures in our industry. And just because you black or white just because you black doesn't mean you're not a culture vulture. Bottom line, it don't matter if you black, white, Asian, it really doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It just make it more fucked up that if you black and you're a culture vulture, you know what I mean? Because you could be black as a culture vulture. Anybody that's not for the people, or anybody that is not for the culture, is, in my eyes, is a culture vulture. Point blank, period. If you're not for the actual culture, for the youth, for the people, to me, it's like, okay, what are you here for? You know what I mean? Especially when you're trying to bail out someone that, took one of our legends away. It's just sickening to me. You know what I mean? Like I said, it basically just has me lost for words. You know, but like I said, if I was to ever, you know, meet Adam, I would definitely have words for him, and not disrespectful words, but just get down to the nitty gritty, the meat and potatoes, you know, and ask him certain questions that probably a lot of people or some people will be scared or afraid to ask Adam. You know what I mean? I would definitely ask him certain questions that a lot of people will probably want to know. A lot of questions that need to be asked. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. But shout out to, the ones that's really in it for, you know what I'm saying, really in it for the people, that's really for the people, you know what I mean? Gangland Neem and the IQ Shaheeds and, so many other people that's really trying to do it the right way, you know what I mean? And that's really trying to, go far the right way and not just clout driven, and that's not just, looking for the next quick money grab. You know what I mean? You know, even with the whole Bricc baby situation, him twerking on live, you know what I'm saying? Uh, I feel like that's crazy. You know what I mean? It's like nowadays, things that wouldn't used to get a pass, now you can get a pass in. You know what I mean? Back then you would definitely get DP'd, some type of, discipline for your actions, especially if you one of them ones. Now he's definitely from where he's from, but I think the whole no jumper shit is just going, is really getting to him, as far as like his actions doesn't, it doesn't scream what he represents or what he say he's from. Because at this point, if nobody even knew nothing about Bricc, if they was to see how certain things he do, they wouldn't even think that he's from where he's from. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. Like, it's just crazy. But I do feel like if Bricc was to really focus on his own, far as really build up his own channel. And he, you know what I'm saying? And he definitely got a nice amount of subscribers and stuff already. But if he was to get, you know, just do more content on his page, I think he'd be better off. You know what I'm saying? Because it might come a time where, you know, Adam could do the same thing he did to AD. And then, you know, look what he did, you know, at a point in time when No Jumper was falling down, AD was one of the people that AD, Terrell, Smack eventually later came, but AD, Terrell played a big, huge piece of the puzzle um, at No Jumper during the pandemic when No Jumper wasn't doing too good in views and stuff like that and ratings, you know, because they was the ones that really had ties to the street. And if you notice, that's when like No Jumper became like the new TMZ, the new gossip, the new, you know, cloud chase platform. That, you know, that's what I'm gonna use. Uh, the cloud chase platform because everybody up there is, I feel like, is chasing clout and chasing just numbers and views. But when AD, Terrell, Duno, and all them was up there, Pun, um, they was the ones that pulled the streaks in. And I think that's when it became more about uh, street politics versus music. Because it's very rare when you see No Jumper or when you look at No Jumper and they're talking about music. How you saying that you're a music platform? No, you're not a music platform. You're a fucking 2024 TMZ. And maybe that's what he really truly aspired to be. Maybe he wanted to be like Harvey and them and, you know, seeing TMZ one day like, oh, wow. Well, you know, they talk about this and talk about that. I could do it from my platform, but I could really bring in or try to get certain artists come up here. You know, I have, you know, AD and Terrell and all these guys that really have ties with the streets. I could get them guys to pull in certain artists and get them to ask certain questions because I truly, I bet you that in some of those interviews, even if he was there or not, hey, ask this guy this question or ask these line of questions or ask these certain questions that, you know, maybe people will want to know or stuff like that. But that's when you seen it went from music to like Gossip Girl, like a you know, a schoolgirl platform. You know what I mean? Because before that, it was more music based. It was more based around music. After we're doing and after AD and while they was there and after that, that's when you seen it. That's when you seen No Jumper become what it is today. You know what I mean? It's not music. It's a bunch of, you know, bi-curious niggas sitting on a platform talking about a bunch of non-music, non non talent situations. You know what I mean? Even, you know, it has been certain artists that came on there or has been at No Jumper, you know, that didn't ask certain questions or certain, you know, or talk about, speak on certain things. And one of those people was asked for, you know what I mean, where he was getting interviewed and he didn't respond to the majority of the shit that Adam was asking him. You know what I mean? I think a lot of artists should really pay attention to that. You know what I mean? But it's just, like I said, it's crazy that Adam has lasted this long in our industry and our culture. You know what I mean? You're not, and you know what I mean? Do you even? I don't even think he even knows music like that. Like I said, if you was to give him any music quiz, uh, any you know, music test, I think he would instantly fail. I think he would instantly fail easily, 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 easily. I think he would instantly fail because he's not, you know, he don't even come from a music background. I guarantee you, he don't even listen to rap music in his private. And when he go home, when he goes home, and he leaves the No Jumper building, he probably listen to all type of weird shit. Hands down, he probably listen to Ozzy Osbourne and all type of heavy metal and all type of shit. And you know, to each his own. You know, you do. I mean, you listen to whatever you want to listen to, but hip hop, I guarantee you, he don't. And he see that it, that this in our culture could make money for him and bring money. You you know what I'm saying? And that's why he got kicked out the BMX shit. You know, he's a rotten individual. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. And he even flagged I think once or twice, but I know he flagged uh, IQ Shaheed. Shout out to my nigga IQ Shaheed, man. Um, he flagged his page over some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like a month or two ago. You know what I mean? Uh, and it's like it's all free game. You can't get mad because people see certain shit in you, and you get mad off of somebody making content about you when you're a manipulator, a liar, a pedophile. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, it's so many allegations against him. Flacco, I feel like got a hidden, you know, allegation against him. You know, he got allegations against Adam got allegations, you know, and he got exposed of that by IQ Shaheed. Um, who knows? Brick Baby might have allegations against him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, hidden shit that we don't even know about. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just all crazy. It's crazy. It's really crazy. It's crazy. How everybody do it out there though? How everybody do it? Yeah, but Wack should really be ashamed of himself. You know what I mean? I can't stress that enough. You know what I mean? It's sick. It's sickening, you know what I mean? The antics, everything. That's good. That's good, Megan. For sure. But it's just real crazy to know the stuff that he does and how he go about doing things, you know. But birds of the feather flock together. You got somebody that's in the industry that's not a hip hop platform. And then you got Adam that's really not a manager. He's not helping nobody for real. Um, he's not a stand up individual. You know, he's not. And there's so many other things that to talk about other than, you know, gang politics. and street politics, and and who shot who and all this and that. Like, what I mean? He was the main one that, you know, around um, when Draco had problems with YG, and when YG went on No Jumper and asking certain things, Adam was asking him certain things directly. What up, gang, man? What's going on? My nigga name in this, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. What's going on, man? Yeah, man. But No Jumper hasn't been a music background, a music platform for years now. You know what I'm saying? It hasn't been a music background for years, for many, many years at this point. You know what I'm saying? It hasn't been. Oh man, it just make me, man, just to think about the stuff that he does. I mean, and the things that he talks about on his platform. It's just crazy. You already know it, man. You dig, yes sir. But it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. Shout out to my nigga Gangland Neem in the building, rocking out with your boy. You know what I'm saying? But it's just crazy. Certain things that he talks about. It's just man. It's just sickening. It's just real sickening to see. You know what I mean? But I don't all just blame him, because like I said, a lot of these artists need to be more media trained of what not to talk about. Don't Adam is the type of person you can't give him no leeway on nothing. You know what I mean? Like if I was an artist and I went to No Jumper, knowing the type of person I am, I would probably damn near reverse the question and ask him certain questions. You know what I mean? He'll be thinking, he's in a goddamn interrogation room. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy. It's just crazy to see. I really miss the days where we had 106 in Park, Free and AJ. And even though they was on the East Coast, but and of course they was, no, 106 Park was a big under a big corporation, which is BET. But the stuff that they used to ask, and the real, music questions they would ask was all well needed. Now it's just a lot of these platforms is more just clout, like I said, clout driven, and more about what's going on in people's real life versus what's really going on with their music or with their talents and features and stuff like that. It's just more of who wants who, who shot who, and well, I heard you, you was running from the police, and yeah, what, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? That's real crazy to me. And like I was saying, like, half of these albums I have back here on the wall, I guarantee you he don't know none of it. The only person he might kind of know about back there is maybe Tupac, and maybe somebody like Michael Jackson or somebody. Other than that, Adam don't know anything about music. He don't know anything about, what it really might take a real artist to make it. You know what I'm saying? Because none of his line of questioning, none of the things he asks is about music. None of it. It's all about who shot who robbed who, you know what I'm saying? And then the questions he asks be the most freakiest, nastiest oh man, ferocious questions is oh man, it's crazy. It's just crazy. And like I said, and I can't stress this enough. Everything's about numbers. That's why eventually you will have a platform like Back on Fig, and shout out to them once again, that will surpass him. You know what I mean? If they started when Adam started, then I guarantee you it probably won't be no jumper. No jumper wouldn't even exist. Facts, nigga. What? Bleeding. Bleeding. You feel me? Bleeding. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I love what Back on Fig has to offer. That's why I love what community has to offer. Bootleg Kev and other West Coast platforms, or anybody with a platform for that. That asks the real hip hop questions. You know, shout out to, people like Gully TV, my nigga Gangland Neem, and IQ Shaheed, and man, it's so many dudes that's really been grinding for Doggy Diamonds. People that I've been up on, that asks, even the art of dialogue. You know what I mean? People that's really take the time out to ask real hip hop questions. But even with like even with uh, the art of dialogue, the art of dialogue, he will ask certain questions, but the questions he will ask is all in the public. It's all public information, stuff that's been going on for years. But far as what Adam is doing, man, it's not cool, homie. It's not cool. And like I'm surprised he's even lasted this long, you know. But one of the people, like I said, that seen through him was Dame Dash. And shout out to Dame Dash. Rockefeller legend, was one of the people that was in those offices that was fighting for, for a person like Jay-Z to do certain things that he's able to do now. He played a big, huge role in his career and other people's career as well. Those is the type of people we need, in our industry. Not people like Wack100 and you know, Adam 22, Farmer Jack. You know what I'm saying? Those are the people we don't need. He's like the guy that was I can't think of his name right now. That used to work for the government, J. Edgar Hoover. That's who Adam remind me. He remind me of J. Edgar Hoover. However the hell you pronounce his name. Facts, Ning. You got, man, salute for real. You got to, man, because at the end of the day, that's what it's about. Music was about unity and you know what I'm saying, and seeing each other come up, and you know what I mean, and that's why I like people like Lee Daniels, and you know what I'm saying, and MTV Raps, and I could just remember those certain platforms as a kid. I was real young then, but yeah, Farmer Jack, yeah, I would be, man, what? I would be thinking, man, I got all type of names for Adam. You feel me? Farmer Jack, yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's a fucking colonizer, straight up. You know what I'm saying? Every word that Kendrick was referencing to Drake, you know what I'm saying, and Not Like Us, that's what Adam is. I feel like Adam and Drake should be best friends right now. You feel me? They definitely should be, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just crazy, man. I'm really surprised that he's able to do what he's able to do, even all the way to this point. And that's why he would never have any real friends in this industry because your intentions is not good. You know what I'm saying? Your intentions is foul. You know what I'm saying? Bad intentions will lead to bad results every time. Bad intentions will lead to bad results each and every time. West Side Media, man, what it do, my nigga? You know I'm definitely, hold on, man. Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely appreciate you tapping in with me, gang, for real. Oh yeah, Farmer Jack. Oh yeah, he's definitely Farmer Jack, man. He's like one of the white men as you used to see or you seen in the movie on a plantation. You know what I'm saying? Just man, just giving black people hell. You know what I'm saying? And I've been said that he reminds me, and I said it on one of your lives one time, or yeah, on one of your lives, Nate, that he reminds me one of the one of the informants that was trying to take down. Reminds me of that. He reminds me of a slave owner that was only there to tear down the mind and the intelligence of the black culture. You know what I mean? Straight up and down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, for sure, West Side Media. Come on now, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, you know I was gonna, mod you up, homie. Come on now. You already know that for sure. But yeah, Farmer Jack, yeah, that's his name. You know what I'm saying? So now he has two standard names. Shout out to Gangland Neen, Kiwi Head, and you know what I'm saying, Farmer Jack for sure. And it was funny that the day when he was explaining, well, let him tell it, explaining over the reason of him canceling the shows was the only time I seen this dude in fucking overalls, and it was like that old Farmer Jack overalls, and you see how he sat in the middle. He even had a whole certain look on his face, a whole different demeanor on his face when he was breaking everything down. You know what I mean? I feel like, and I also feel like it's certain bridges he has burned that we might not even be aware of, that we might not even know about, that from how he is, because as we can see, it's certain artists that don't even want to be even affiliated with No Jumper no more. I even heard Rucci, shout out to Rucci, say he ain't even going back on No Jumper, and Rucci has been up at No Jumper, I think at least like once or twice, at least like once or twice, I believe, by himself. Him and AZ Chai has been on there, I think, together. But Rucci, like, man, I'm not effing with No Jumper, and several others have said that as well. Several others have said they're not messing with No Jumper at all. You know what I mean? And I can see why. You know what I'm saying? Because when it's not music driven and you constantly asking about street and gang politics, it's like, come on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Who do you really work for? You know what I'm saying? Who do you really work for? You know what I'm saying? Because at this point, I feel like someone sent you. You know what I'm saying? Someone sent you. You're just as bad as the people that was probably watching Pac when he got out of prison. You know what I'm saying? You just as bad as the government when they was watching Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? Um, you just as bad. You know what I'm saying? You're really an infiltrator in our culture. You know what I mean? But you should go back. Maybe learn how to ride a bike again. You know what I'm saying? Strap your helmet on, put some pads on. On Mongoose or whatever bike you like to ride, and go back to doing BMX because that's what you're known for. You're known for riding bikes and popping wheelies and bro, yeah, let's go, you know what I mean? That's what you're known for. You're not known for hip hop, dude. You're not known for. Do you even know what MTV Raps is? Do you even know what, have you even ever watched Yo MTV Raps? You know what I'm saying? Have you ever watched, did you ever watch 106 in Park when that was on in the early 2000s with Free and AJ? You know what I'm saying? Did you even watch TRL? Maybe you did watch TRL because they used to play pop and, different stuff and like NSYNC. You might be familiar with those people like NSYNC and Backstreet Boys and and Nick Carter and what was some of those 98 Degrees. You might be familiar with those type of people, but hip hop, you're not. You're not hip hop at all. You know, at all. Milk, man, Milk is a flip. Man, listen, West Side Media. Milk is he's a flip flopper. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line, Milk is a flip flopper. But you gotta realize though, West Side Media, he Milk is, I hate to say it, you know what I'm saying? He's a white boy. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. At the end of the day, he's a white boy. So it's almost kind of like when you see a black girl dating a white boy. It's kind of like, because I always say this, like, if shit was to hit the fan right now and it was like a big race war, you got to go over there with them. I don't give a fuck how much love, quote unquote, or how much you think you know about the culture or you listen to rap. You can listen to rap all day from motherfucking Too Short to Lil Baby to whoever. If shit was to hit the fan, you got to go on that side with them. Bottom line. So it's like, if shit was to hit the fan, Adam will have to go over there with them, with his kind of people. You know what I mean? He couldn't be with us because you're not black. You don't even know what the hell we'd even have to overcome just in our existence, as far as slavery, police brutality, uh, the drug epidemic in the 80s. Like, I could go on and on. Like, bro, like, motherfuckers growing up on welfare and food stamps. Man, half of that shit you don't even know about. Wasn't your daddy cool with Bill Clinton or George Bush? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm gonna do my homework. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do my research about on your pops too, because I feel like all of y'all is your whole family. I wouldn't even be surprised if I digged up my if I do my due diligence and your your father or your family has something to do with the slave trade or anything. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised. I really, at this point, nothing really surprised me. But with you, with Adam, 22, I wouldn't be surprised if, your pops had a lot of, you know, I wouldn't be surprised. I definitely would not be surprised if your father was, by any chance, hell, even the person that played a part in the food shortage. I wouldn't be surprised with Adam. What was his last name? Grand Mason. Come on now, Grand Mason. You know, um, but he's definitely somebody I would love to see bye out the industry. But like I said, you need to go, maybe, go interview some old rock bands. Go interview, U2 or, Guns N' Roses. Find if you see if you can find some of the members that's still alive from AC/DC. I don't know, but I guarantee y'all this man don't listen to no hip hop in his private time. In his real life, man, I bet y'all any money I bet my last dollar, my last anything that he does not listen to hip hop in his private, in his behind closed doors. I guarantee you, he don't listen to good looking name. I guarantee you, he don't listen to real hip hop or no hip hop for that matter. I believe he just see or he hear about this. Oh, I'm gonna go talk about this, and yeah, let's talk about that. You know what I mean? Like, man, Farmer Jack, it's crazy. It's just crazy, man. But like I said, I would love, honestly, I would love to have a no jumper interview. If I was to get a call next week, yep, I'm coming. Because me, I would straight up ask him, why are you, why do you talk about certain things? Why do you bring up certain things? Why do you get on here and ask, individuals, certain artists, regardless wherever they're from, about their personal life, about what might be taking place in the streets, that this could be detrimental to their life or their well-being? That I would definitely ask him that. You know what I'm saying? I would ask him certain questions till I probably would damn near get kicked out the building. You know what I'm saying? I would love to ask him that. I would love to ask him, why do you, as a white man, feel it's cool to ask about certain street politics and you're not from the streets? That's like going to ask a mechanic about being a chef. You know what I'm saying? Or, just asking just outrageous things that don't need to be asked. You know what I'm saying? Man, oh man, Ning, I'm on it. I'm on it, man, for real. For real, because it's just something that's been going on for too long. And I'm not the only one. We're not the only one that feel like that. It's artists that feel like that. From the West Coast, it's artists that feel like that. From the East Coast. You know what I mean? It's just, man, it's just crazy. And Adam only cares about what he could gain from the black culture, what he could gain from black youth, far as asking them certain things. I can't stress that enough, because if I had a platform like that, it would be strictly music based. What is your best feature? You know what I mean? Who would you like to work with? You know, how many albums do you see how many albums you see yourself making out your career? What artists would you like to work with? You know what I mean? Where you from? How was it when you know, how was it when you grew up? Did you finish, did you go all the way to school? Just certain things. I would never ask artists about their street life or things that could harm them or could possibly get them potentially locked up or indicted. Unless it's like maybe a headline where this artist is dating a certain individual and it's all over the media, it's all over the blogs. That's something different. But to dig deep into talking about shootings and dig deep and talking about killings and nah, and then all the sex play he be doing, that's not cool, homie. You know what I'm saying? That's not cool at all. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely not cool for to be to be doing that. All right, bet. Oh yeah, let's do it, Ning. I'm with it. We could definitely do it. Tomorrow? Bet. Yeah, I'm with it for sure. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely with that. You already know. You know what I'm saying? But it's just it's old Farmer Jack. You know what I'm saying? Old Farmer Jack, man. Um, but I believe eventually, hopefully. Drea, what's good? What's cracking? Hold on, you already know you up too. I just hit you with a wrench. Drea, oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Yep. But oh yeah, shout out to my good people in the building, definitely for rocking out. But once Bricc get his mind together, um, I think Bricc could be well off. You know what I mean? But I can remember Bricc, my first time seeing Bricc on No Jumper. You know what I'm saying? With the whole pink jacket on. He was dressed like dressed up like a goddamn Easter bunny to me with all that damn pink on, looking like a Easter basket. But once Bricc really, get his mind all the way together, I think he'll be better off because he got a platform. And as you can see, Sharp, he still, mess with No Jumper, but he's not up there as much as Bricc. I think a lot of shit he don't rock with as well. And I like what Sharp do with his platform. You know what I mean? I think he's definitely was one of the ones that's kinda was like on the same time as DW. You know what I'm saying? DW was not going for none of that. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I can see why. And shout out to DW Flame, man. Shout out to DW Flame because he was one of the real ones that was really standing on his square. You know what I'm saying? Was yeah. Yeah, the puffer Easter, yeah. Man, dressing like an Easter bunny. You know what I'm saying? Already that was kind of like a red flag. He had the little scarf, I think, tied around his head, looking like Mary Poppins or somebody. Man, that shit was, it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy, even with some of the stuff he has done or said, I'm surprised that he hasn't got DP'd and I can't get DP'd. And like, damn, so I guess he's bigger than the program now. But, you know, that's crazy, you know what I mean? But I can see why a lot of artists don't want to have no affiliations, no connections with Adam or No Jumper, other than maybe say, and I feel like if Bricc was to really get on his platform even more and really run it like how they've been, not how they've been doing No Jumper, but running it far as, being consistent with it, being consistent on his platform, I feel like he could interview certain artists because he has relationship with certain artists from the West or certain artists outside of his region, but for artists want to come up to No Jumper, it's damn near like they gotta be, kind of thirsty. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be kind of like just desperate for attention. And with that attention, you might not want that type of attention, coming from, going to No Jumper. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think somebody with a lot of, you know, even the artists that's up and coming is like, nah, I'd rather not. You know what I'm saying? And you see a lot of artists, you know what I'm saying? It's been times I done seen, certain interviews at certain interviews has taken place. Like, well, who is he? Come on now. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real. Yeah, 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 yeah. He definitely does, Ning. Definitely. Yeah, most definitely. You know what I'm saying? And oh man, No Jumper is just it's just one of those. It's like a detrimental platform. Farmer Jack, old Farmer Jack, man. You know what I'm saying? AKA Kiwi Head, like my nigga Gangland Neem say. It's just crazy. And then it's like, Bricc, come on, man. You up here having a twerk off on live. You know what I mean? Now, You could have done that, you know, if that's how you get down with your daughter. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, do you, player. But damn, you on live, you know, twerking ass, and you supposed to be really on that. What do your fellow, you know, what do your fellow homies feel about that? You know what I'm saying? Have somebody potentially call you and say, hey man, you know, you gotta get DP for that, or you know, don't come back to the hood, or not per se don't come back to the hood, but you know, you gotta get handled for that. You know what I'm saying? You're up here having a twerk off, shaking ass on live. And then the nerves to have on all pink. I'm starting to think now pink is definitely one of his favorite colors, because we, like I said, we could see he had on the green puffer, you know, looking like the Easter Bunny on that when he first got out to No Jumper. Now, fast forward 2024, you're on an all pink, you know, fit, and you up here popping ass, and you know what I'm saying. And then to look back and say you don't, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Do you really care about your reputation, or you just like, you know, fuck it? Or I hate the Bricc. I really like Bricc. You know what I'm saying? But it's like when you do certain things, you do and you say certain things is going to be in question. Certain things is going to make people think and make people question, like, damn, are you really on that type of time? You know what I'm saying? Or is you doing it for clout? Is you doing it to or is this who you really are? You know what I'm saying? Because this could be who you really is. And if that's who you really are, then that's cool. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. You know what I'm saying? We're not here to judge nobody, but is this who you really are? You know what I mean? Because you have said, come on now, Bricc, you have said a lot of things that's questionable far as being from where you from. And I don't even think people would even look at it so much if you wasn't from where you're from and what you portray, what you know, claim to be. That's why your character is so much in question, because you say you from a known area, known section in LA, you know what I'm saying, which I don't have to bring up, everybody know, but it's like, damn, are you really, you know, behind closed doors, is you really, you know, like that? And I know, and I get it, you know, a lot of people, some people is not, you know, cool with, not, I won't say cool with, but not, you know, some people like to hide in the dark about their sexuality. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. You know what I mean? If you're not, you know what I mean, if you're like that, you need to just let the people know, hey, this is what I'm into, this is what I like. And then maybe people won't question so many things about you. But when you're saying you standing on what you standing on, you know what I mean, chin up, chest out, you gotta be held accountable for that. You gotta be, you know, you gotta be checked for that. You know what I mean? Because it's like every week is getting out of hand. Every week is something. You know what I'm saying? You know, 2 weeks ago, you know, Bricc Baby, Adam, and Lush did a live with all the, you know, they all sitting around with their shirts off. Like, what was that about? You know what I'm saying? Then fast forward, you know, it's just more and more buffoonery, more ferocious shit that you saying. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, TD's out. Next, I guess, you know, if they probably could been, and then Lush was up there looking like he was down there all the way naked. Like, what did y'all just shoot? A plug talk scene? Okay, if that was the case, nigga, at least put some shirts on. Don't nobody, you know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want to see that. Y'all three grown ass men shooting with y'all shirts off. You know what I mean? Like, come on, no females around, no nothing. And even still, you know, come on, it's just crazy. You know, it's just crazy, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, tease out at the table. Plug talk. Yeah, definitely. The I'm gonna think of a name for that. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, it's just crazy. I could just imagine. I could just imagine what goes on when the cameras is off. And I'm gonna just say that. I could just imagine. We all could imagine what goes on, what takes place at the No Jumper office when the cameras is off. You know what I mean? It probably was. Did you, you know what I mean? Did you try to make a? Did you really try to make a pass at Dijon? You know what I mean? Is that maybe is that the real reason why he's not there? You know, because that whole situation is in question. You know, a lot of questions need to be answered by Adam. You know what I mean? A lot of questions need to be answered by Adam. Straight up. Straight up and down. Like, straight up. A lot of questions needs to be answered. A lot of them. You know what I mean? And it's only getting worse. You know what I mean? It would, you know what it might take? It'd take an artist to come up there and really just damn near, I won't say chin check, but really put Adam in his place to make him feel smaller than what he really is. For him maybe to realize that, damn, maybe some of this stuff I'm doing is not cool, because even, you know, once Adam and when AD and Terrell and all of them left, you know what I'm saying? Eventually you see, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said this, or maybe I shouldn't did this and did that. Like, but now it's too late because you already put it out there. So I feel like maybe it'd take one day for an artist to really put Adam in his place, really, really give him some, really put him, sit him down and really, just poke at him and take the rest of the air out his body for him to see that the shit you doing is not cool. You know what I'm saying? It's not. That's why I say I would love to be the one that'll go on No Jumper, because I would be like, I would let him have it, straight up. It's not cool at all. Man, it's not cool for him to do what he's doing. You know what I mean? But only time will tell. Only time will tell that, what he's doing he need to change his whole format up and go back to just focusing on hip hop, or he need to give it up. You know what I mean? Or shit, maybe somebody need to, bum rush the building or something for him to see that what he's doing is not cool. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? He need to, maybe they need to protest and hold signs up outside the building or something, like, you know what I mean? Because it's only a matter of time where he's gonna ask the wrong person or catch him on the wrong day for them to take it all the way there with him. It's only a matter of time for him to, to get his chin checked, or somebody be waiting outside for him. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. You know what I'm saying? And he said, oh, I want to be more like Vlad. You'll never be Vlad, homie. You know what I'm saying? Vlad don't do what you do. You know what I'm saying? Even ask the type of questions you ask. Don't get me wrong. Vlad done asked some, I feel like Vlad done asked some, kind of some off the wall questions, but it's still more music based. Bootleg Cab music based. He's just driven off of views and likes and, clickbait. That's what he's driven off of, clickbait, period. That's what he's driven off of, clickbait. Old Farmer Jack is driven off that. And it's sickening. It's sickening to see. You know what I mean? Y'all see he's stuck at even though he's got over 1 million, 3, 4 million subscribers, but I noticed that he's been stuck at 4.2 million for a while now, and we all know the reason why of that. You know what I mean? But any guy that let his wife get banged out by, dudes for a living is very, very says a lot about his self-esteem, and most of all says a lot about his character as a person, let alone a supposed to be hip hop platform, but it's not hip hop. You know what I mean? And you see, Desto Dub hasn't even been on there because he even had a couple of episodes when he was going, was putting himself in front of the camera on No Jumper. But when he ran into that whole little, not even incident, but that whole little time where I guess Pun and AD was trying to holler at him, he hasn't been on No Jumper ever since then. He hasn't been on No Jumper ever since then. Because I think he's seen, damn, you know what, this is not for me. Just like DW seen, you know what, yeah, it's not really for me. You know what I mean? And he hasn't been on No Jumper ever since then. Yeah, most definitely. I think something else. Yeah, facts, Neem. I feel like something else is definitely. Oh yeah, it's most definitely going to something happen. It's something else that's going to transpire in that building, definitely. Because if you take away Bricc, Bricc Baby, Flacco, hell, even Wack100, it's like, who do you have? Shark don't really be up there like that no more. You done fired everybody else. So it's like, is you just got Bricc by your side for security, or is it because you guys really like to sex play each other? What is it really? What do you really have Bricc Baby up there for? Because you're not asking, even you're not asking Bricc Baby about his music career and when the next time he's putting out another single or album or whatever the case may be. Now you will hear Bricc talk about that, but only on his platform. You know what I mean? Come on now. So it's just dirty work. It's just nasty work. You know what I'm saying? And it needs to be, it needs to come to an end. Bottom line, it's just crazy. You got dudes twerking. You got Chatty Patty Wacky. Chatty Patty Wacky. Wack100 is a fake ass. He's a fake ass manager. He, Chatty Patty Wacky. You know what I'm saying? He's a fake manager, bro. He's not helping nobody with their fucking career, because if he was, you would be only solely focusing about the music. You know what I'm saying? Wack to me is a black version of Adam. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line. Yeah, even with the whole, thank you, Westside Media, even with you trying to get out Keefy D. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy to me. I know Pac and the Feeny is rolling in their graves right about now, man. You know what I'm saying? And Pac still has family members. You know what I'm saying? Pac still has uncles, and Pac got a sister, and his uncle, I forgot his name, just had an interview last year with The Art of Dialogue. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't think about them. You didn't think about his sister, his uncles, and cousins. How would that make them feel? You know what I mean? That you're trying to bond out a felon that played a role in Pac murder. That's fucking crazy to me, man. That's crazy that you really trying to get this dude out. And it won't be the last time that he will probably try. I could see him trying again, trying to buy him out. And who knows, knowing him, he might try to get someone else to buy them out. Hey, pass down the money or how much ever it is. But but they're not gonna let him come out, because they know he played huge part of that murder, of Pac's murder. You know what I'm saying? So they're not gonna let Keefy D get out, but just the fact of the matter of you trying to do that is crazy. Is really insane. Chatty Watty and Farmer Jack is crazy. They're like two peas in a pot. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Chatty Patty Watty, Wacky. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. And I believe he does coke. I believe Wack is a cokehead. I'ma just say it. If ain't nobody else say it, I'ma say it. I feel like I really feel like you're a cokehead. Listen, I done lived on blocks with drug addicts. I done lived down the street from drug dealers, all type of shit. I done lived next door to drug addicts, all type of shit. I don't live in certain areas now, but I done been around some shit in my lifetime. I know what a nigga do coke, man. I'ma just say that. You know what I'm saying? I know when somebody's playing with that nose. You feel what I'm saying? I done seen it. I done been around it. You know what I'm saying? I done been in houses with them. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's been times where he's been on no jumper, nose red than a motherfucker. And it's just something about a person that does coke, how they nose look. It just has a certain look to it. And if you know, you know. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? That old stiff washboard, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, red-ass nose. Yeah, man, you doing that. You know what I'm saying? That booger sugar. You know what I'm saying? That ain't no weed, man. That ain't no, you playing with your nose, man. You know what I'm saying? You're blowing your shit like you got a cold. Yeah, I feel like you're coke. You know what I'm saying? You on that cocaine. Yeah, that you know what I'm saying? That drywall dust. You dig? He's definitely on that drywall dust. You feel me? Drywall dust. I'ma just say that. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely on that drywall dust. You feel me? He's definitely on that. He's definitely on that. He's definitely on that. Drywall dust. That's the new name for it. That's definitely the new name for it. Drywall dust. Adam, I believe he get down. It's just something about how he be looking. Pupils be big as hell. Nose be red as hell. He remind me of one of the dudes that would have been in Studio 54 back in the day. If y'all don't know about Studio 54, go look it up. It was like a disco club back in the 70s, mid 70s. It was, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he's definitely on that drywall dust. You know what I'm saying? But do y'all research on Studio 54 if y'all don't know about it. It was a disco club, famous disco club in Manhattan in the 70s, early mid 70s, famous. I'm talking about all the celebrities used to go there, actors, actresses, NBA players, anybody that was somebody that you could think of who used to party at Studio 54, a lot of drug use. He remind me of one of those dudes that used to be at Studio 54 doing a bunch of wild dances and dancing all weird and, playing with his nose, for sure. He definitely, if Studio 54 was still around, he definitely would have been one of the people that would have been in Studio 54 on that booger sugar. You did on that drywall dust. Cause it's been a few, like I said, it's been a few times where his nose hasn't looked right, man. And I ain't talking about Christmas time doing a play for Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I'm talking about that dry, stiff, drip on that drywall dust. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Old Farmer Jack. Yeah, I think he done, he played with that nose from time to time. You know what I mean? It's just, it's one time his pupils were so goddamn big, I could almost see in the back of his head. And I was just sitting there like, wow, man, that must be some strong, good, you know what I'm saying? Whoever he done got that from, cause that nose looked pretty stiff, my boy. You know what I'm saying? That nose looks pretty hard. You know what I'm saying? Pause. You know what I'm saying? That nose looked pretty stiff. You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. I can remember looking at old Mike Tyson interviews back when Mike Tyson used to play around. And that same look I have seen with Adam. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've been around. You know what I'm saying? I have been around certain individuals that does that. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. So I'ma just I'm if don't nobody else say it, I'm saying it. I don't give a damn. I'm saying it that yeah. Y'all, not y'all, not my peoples in the chat, but the one, the Adam 22, yeah, he's on that nose, Kennedy. Yeah, he definitely plays with it. He definitely plays with it. You know what I'm saying? They know his soul is tarnished. You know what I'm saying? His soul is not right. You know what I mean? Actually Kendrick should have been making a diss song for Adam. Maybe that's the next diss he should do. Put out an Adam 22 diss. And people would definitely tune into it. I think that's the next. If I knew Kendrick, I would probably tell him that. Like maybe you should make a diss for Adam, and maybe he'll wake up and see that he's not part of the culture. You probably never really been. He probably always had ill intentions the whole time. You know what I mean? And I even noticed that because even he would ask, you know, even the times where Draco the Ruler was on No Jumper, he would ask certain questions like, dog, that's not cool. You know what I mean? You know what it is, nigga. Cause you, white, or should I say white man, cause you're not even in the streets. You're not, when was the last time you been at a party? When was the last time you went to a hood day? When was the last time you was out thugging and riding and sliding and, you know what I'm saying, with the alligators and crocodiles? And when was the last time? Let's hear it. Never. You never did. You never was. You ain't, nigga. You probably ain't never been to a hood day, a hood barbecue, hell, a hood store for that matter. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You ain't never been. You never did none of that. Never. You ain't never been to a hood day, picnic, barbecue, hood store, bomb and pop shop, hood Foot Lockers. Man, you ain't did none of that. What you need to do is go back to New Hampshire, where you from, and, like I said, learn how to ride bikes again, or, get you a nice, go get you a nice BMX bike, a Mongoose, and, or, damn, I can't think of the other bikes. I haven't had a bike in so long, but and throw your pads on there, and maybe you can put the No Jumper. You can still use the No Jumper logo because that's your company, that's your brand, and put the No Jumper logo on the side of the bikes. You probably could get a sponsor or two, and learn, see if you can get into the Olympics. You know what I'm saying, and learn, do you a couple of wheelies and, go to a couple of skate parks and, you know what I'm saying? And, like I said, strap your helmet on there, on your head, you know what I'm saying? We don't want you to, crack your cranium, get you some, get you some knee pads, elbow pads, and get you a cool helmet and, and get back out there, buddy. And maybe you could get Tony Hawk and some of the dudes, sponsor you, and because that's what you need to go back to. Fuck, you need to go back to doing that shit. The fake ass hip hop shit that you're not a part of, or you are a part. Well, that you don't know nothing about. That's what you need to go do. You need to go sit your white ass down. Your corny ass, lame ass down. Learn how to ride them bikes again. And guess what? Maybe you'll learn how to skateboard and rollerblade. And then we can look up and say, oh, good job, Adam. You're finally back in your industry. You're finally, you're finally with the bike riders and the skateboarders and, what I mean? Or maybe, better yet, you can learn how to drive monster trucks. That's a sport within itself too. A lot of white boys like monster trucks and and I like that shit too. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna go to a monster jam before because I just like cars, period, old schools and monster trucks and stuff like that. I grew up liking Hot Wheels and stuff like that. But maybe you could get into that industry as well. Some industry that's more suitable for you. That's that's more for you because hip hop you're not. You didn't grow up in the shit. You know nothing about it at all. Yeah, his soul is tarnished than a motherfucking thing. It's sickening. It's real sickening. To see. It is. You know what I mean? Like it's so much hip hop stuff you could really cover other than the bull, other than the other than the sewer water that a lot of artists go through. And what I mean by that, what I'm saying, a lot of dudes want to get away from that, but been a part of it for so long. So how dare you use your platform, what I'm saying? How dare you use your platform and ask these guys certain things? Yeah, he does. He really does, Nee, for sure. He needs to, what I mean, focus on your wife getting banged out on camera. Focus on, learning how to ride bikes again. He probably haven't rode a bike ever since he been doing this, no jumper stuff, since he done had a platform. Probably don't even know how to ride a bike again. You know what I'm saying? But I guarantee y'all, like I keep saying, he probably doesn't even listen to hip hop in his personal life. He probably listen to rock and roll. You know what I'm saying? He probably have a whole, he probably, and he don't even believe in God. I mean, like, what the fuck? You don't even believe in God? And listen, for the ones that want to work at No Jumper, y'all need to know what y'all getting yourself into, or should I say, who y'all around, because it was a episode of No Jumper where I know it was Adam, it was Sharp, I think it was Bricc, and maybe Flacco. This was before he had canceled the shows, and someone, I forget how it happened or who brought it up, but somebody said something about God, and he was, oh no, I don't believe it. I don't believe in God. Like, what? And Sharp, no, matter of fact, it wasn't Sharp. It was DW actually. Excuse me. It wasn't Sharp. Now that I think about it, it wasn't Sharp. It was DW, and DW didn't even know he didn't even believe in God. He didn't even know that this man don't even believe in God. But look at the tattoos he got on his body. Them ain't gang tattoos. Them ain't no goddamn Looney Tune tattoos on him. Now I didn't see one friendly tattoo. I don't see one friendly, one motherfucker. No, I don't even see a goddamn nothing. Man, every tattoo he has on his body is some old devil worshiping, satanic, Lucifer tattoos. Come on, any motherfucker that got an upside down cross on their face, come on, man. Come on, man. Like, that says a lot about person's character. So if you don't believe in God, you don't believe in shit. Point blank. If you don't believe in him, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to be religious, none of that. You know what I'm saying? But I do believe in a higher up, and you know, is good and bad in everything. You know what I'm saying? But the man, as far as we know, he might have a room in his house or in a damn attic that he, you know, put candles, you know, light candles and draw, you know, got a 5-point star, wherever it is, and sit there and praise and worship Satan. Cause look at the tattoos he have on his body. Even the nigga, even the tattoos you got on your body is questionable. Huh? Even the tattoos on your body is questionable. Like what? Like even the tattoos on your body is questionable. You know what I'm saying? Like you see this? You know what I'm saying? This tattoo right here. Y'all see that? What do that say? Black Panther, Panther Power. Like man, you don't know. Come on, man. You don't know nothing about that at all. Well, yeah, you probably do. You know what I'm saying? Because you probably was, you know, when you seen certain videos and stuff about the Panthers and what it represented for the youth and the culture, you probably was one of the dudes that seen certain videos and that was probably praising, you know, the informants and and giving them a thumbs up and stuff like that. But you know, man, it's crazy. Like I said, even the tattoos he have on his body is very questionable. You know what I mean? Upside down crosses, and I think he even probably used to. I think he used to even paint his nails black. You know, all type of weirdo type of time. You know what I'm saying? All type of satanic. You know what I'm saying? He reminds me of the dude that goes home, turn on AC/DC or, you know, Guns N' Roses or some heavy metal. And, you know, he sits in a circle, you know, lights his candles and, you know, play, you know, get his bag of drywall, get his drywall dust, you know what I'm saying, and play with his nose and worship who he worship. I really believe that, cause oh man, it's so much with him, it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? But you know, nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever. You know what I mean? I give it another. I give No Jumper another. No, I give it No Jumper another year or two. It'll be no longer. It won't be existing because each artist will see from up and coming, will slowly start to see like, I'm not rocking with this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not fucking with this platform. You know what I'm saying? I'm straight. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not rocking with it. You know? And you even got even West Coast artists that's not messing with it no more. So it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. You know what I mean? And it's like how you have a daughter and you live the way you live. You don't think your daughter will eventually, you know, see what type of man you are? Like, come on now. It's just crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. But if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel, Tay Luciano. Go follow me on Instagram, Tay Luciano _. You know what I'm saying? Definitely got to get back to posting, building up my Instagram followers. You know what I'm saying? Definitely got to get back to that. You know what I mean? Gonna keep rocking out with y'all. Definitely gonna keep going live. Definitely more to come. You you know what I mean, definitely. And we gonna just keep it, you know what I'm saying, keep the ball rolling, keep everything going. Like I said, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? I'ma definitely get with y'all, tap in with y'all tomorrow. Definitely I'll be going live sometime tomorrow. And you know what I mean, gonna just keep the ball rolling. You know what I mean? So it's definitely gonna be more to come. But I thank y'all for rocking with me. You know what I mean? To the next one.